Salutations, y'all. Stem Style on the Riverwalk again. You know what I'm saying? I had the part 2 of these McDonald's dishes. You know what I'm saying? McDonald's continuum. So, watching Founder, I just started taking notes, man. And so this is part of 2 of them notes, man. This is one of the top movies. I done had this much notes for Shrek. I ain't had, these much notes for a lot of other stuff, but I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm gonna just get through the rest of these notes and stuff like that. And I don't know why this song was on my mind. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, man. The Founder was so tired of lugging out all that stuff around. I told y'all that, and doing stuff the hard way. You might got a job or something where you gotta clean stuff, or you gotta move stuff around, or you gotta stock inventory and stuff to all the people that work at Walmart and Target, and you know what I'm saying, all these warehouses or Amazon warehouse and shit. You gotta put on that punk ass vest. I know y'all tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my all white Uggs. But listen, man, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're tired of it, like, you're gonna have to find something that you can do to elevate yourself, or so that you don't have to do that stuff no more, so that you can grow out of it. I got my shungite stone on, shungite water purification stone. So just know, you know what I mean? Women don't understand sometimes how hard men do typically work. Or, you know what I'm saying, the amount of work that they put in. And then when it's females on the job and shit, y'all know if they a nice looking female, or female in general, man, they'll give them perks and privileges that the guys don't get. And so they'll sometimes, oh man, if they need some extra help with a box, or it's a bit too heavy, or, you know what I'm saying, if they looking like that's too much for their workload and shit, they'll give a little bit to somebody else, or give something to one of the men or something. So I've just peeped things like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be very conscious of that, man. He had to get the franchise, and he came to them and said, do it for your country. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. But notice that they showed his ass lifting that shake machine one more time, trying to put it into the trunk, before he came and said, listen, you're not going to franchise for me. Do it for your country. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a line or something to tell these people to be able to make sure that you get your end of the bargain. Make sure you get your stuff that you want, or the things that you need. So that's what's important, man. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that the stuff that you want and you desire is done, period. So y'all consider that. You know what I'm saying? He say I think, for me personally, I think that his wife was kind of holding him back. Not in the aspect, I know when they went to the club and stuff like that, she did grab his hand, and she was happy to come to the club, you know what I'm saying, and say, okay, you can tell what's going on here. But man, overall, like, it was just kind of tripped out, because I noticed, you know what I mean, her going in and say, oh, here we go again. Even those slight disrespects, man. Sometimes, other people might come with some heavy disrespect, but it's a heavy disrespect, and then there's a light disrespect. So if somebody got that heavy disrespect going, man, you might have to, you know what I'm saying, you might have to leave where they stand, bro. And so he did that eventually in the end, but he didn't do it right away. So he gave it some thought, he gave it some time, and he traveled to them. He got in his car, man, even though he had his wife, you know what I'm saying, and it showed her, like, laying by her side and shit, you know what I'm saying, where them feelings of remorse, which every bitch will have, because they want you to be there, but they want the money. But they want the money, but they want you to, you know what I'm saying, to be there. And then if you're there too much, they be like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying, why you ain't got no drive? Why you don't have no soul? Females, man, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you can give them what they want, and then they'll act like they never wanted that in the first place. I wrote down some notes and shit, but I wrote it in my other thing about Aisha Curry and shit, you know what I'm saying? This new thing with this chick, been married for a decade, and now all of a sudden she says that she wants to be a career woman, and she never wanted kids. Man, I hate these flaky flip-flop ass bitches, bro. And it's not just one, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them be doing this kind of stuff. And so, just tripped out, man. You know what I'm saying? But a woman can't hold you back. At that particular time, his wife was holding him back. And then, we're going to get into that shit, because he was sitting at that table, but I know he been giving this shit thought ever since he saw that bitch go upstairs from when he came from selling them milk machines and shit. And she said, you know what I'm saying, that bullshit comment, here we go. That little shit like that, bitch, I don't need that. I deal with enough shit, you know what I'm saying? He could have had a car accident on the road. And now he come in, he see you for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And now you starting shit again, man. Listen, man. Woo! I felt that because I just been through so much with females not believing in shit, you know what I'm saying? With you having to put up your risky investment that you just made. Here it is, he just bought this nice ass house and displaying the shit. $500,000 house. Now he put the damn house up, you know what I'm saying, so he can have collateral to go forth with the business. And she'll never understand it. She don't want to be home. She don't want to, you know what I'm saying? She didn't want him to do that. But fuck what she talking about. And he said, man, give her that shit. He said, man, give her the house. Give her the car. He can take that shit. And when he came down to the business, he said, I'll sooner die before I let her get 1% of the business. Because the business is going to get him everything back anyway. But he worked his ass off to get it like that. And she didn't believe in it, you know what I'm saying? She believed in it ever so minutely. So she get ever so minute benefits. And that's what it is. Ba-da-ba-ba on the bitch. Look, crosses, flags, and arches. You know what I'm saying? He gave some thought to that. The cross, the flags, American flags, and the arches. And then, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, to hear his breakdown of it, it was something so simple as a name. What's in the name? He knew when he heard the name, man. You start knowing right away. When you see her, when you see, you know what I'm saying, the business, it got to be something that intrigues you. It got to be something that you really think that you can be a part of. It got to be something that you really would admire, you know what I'm saying? And so when it is things like that, you'll know. Listen, man, buddy, the owner, remember, the two owners, the one that had the heart attack, and then the other buddy that played in the sitcom and stuff like that with Alibaba. I'm kidding, but I don't got to know the actor's name, but the guy, the one guy was delusional because he was on the tennis court and he was working his mojo on the tennis court, and they was like doing the burger flips. Did y'all see that? And they was doing the burger flips and stuff right there on the tennis court, man. And I mean, what kind of delusion for you to be flipping your burgers, trying to, you know what I'm saying, imagine like what your store, what your restaurant's gonna be. That is a certain sense of delusion, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was studying, and I come to understand that delusions of grandeur sometimes are, you know, they can be, you know what I'm saying, rather, you know, beneficial. It can be beneficial for you to be delusional. And so, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be in that consideration, you know what I'm saying? If you got delusions of grandeur with action, can be beneficial. If you believe, they will believe. That's what it say. It say, let's get to work, boys, and lead in. He said, so after they signed the contract, put that shit down. And he said, let's get to work, boys. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that was a slight. It wasn't a slight, but it was reflecting a position of power. That was letting them know, all right, I'm the, you know what I'm saying? He didn't say that, but basically, he said, let's get to work, boys. Who says that? The guy that's over you says, let's get to work. And he said, well, they said, well, what's the first thing that we're supposed to do? He said, leave that to me. Then in cutscene, you know what I'm saying? It just, I love how that shows that that showed his position of power. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of dope to me. So yeah, that's what I said that already. This is 5. We on 7. So after that, he started going to the bankers, right? And he went to the bankers, and what did they do? You know what I'm saying? They laughed, man. The bankers remember him from last. You gonna have a bitch that remember you from what she thought you were. You gonna have a broad from high school remember you from what she thinks you are. But they can laugh. You know what I'm saying? They can try to provoke you, but guess what? You moving yourself up, and so they can laugh. They can make jokes all they want. They can remember you from working in Target, Walmart, Walgreens, or whatever it is. But it's not where you are. It's not where you were at then. It's where you are now. It's what you know what I'm saying? It's where you going to right now. And so just remember that. Because they laugh, man. I remember that shit. He said, I remember you from somewhere. But that's okay. He said, and then on the second guy, he said, man, that was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? He said, oh, shoes or shoestrings, whatever he said. He said, yeah, man, that was a long time ago. So don't let a broad or a guy or anybody in your family or nobody that you know try to act like, you know what I'm saying, that you not the person that you have grown to be. If you've grown and you know you've been studying and you know you've been putting in the hard work, man, fuck them people, man. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? Forget them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Forget about it, man. Let they ass eat that dust that you're going to be kicking up, that you're going to be making in your Mozzie or your, you know what I'm saying? Or your form. So, people going to try to put you where you were. Yes, that's what it says. People gonna try to. I wrote that down myself. Hallelujah. People gonna try to put you where you were, but I'm not where I was. I'm not what I used to be. I am who I am now, and so that's you gotta. You know what I'm saying? Understand the new me. You feel me? And so he put that nice house up and to finance his American dream. He put that nice ass house up to finance his American dream, and action after action. You know what I'm saying? Action after action. After you do one thing and you do another thing and you do another thing, man, it's gonna result in you being successful. It ain't no other way. Like if you keep doing the same thing and you have a desired effect, soon enough, at least a quarter or half of that desired effect is gonna come into fruition. It's just it. And how it goes. That's a law of nature. So he said, man, he came to the thing, bro, and he said, all I gotta do, hey you, I like your glass. Nah, say something, baby. He say, man, look, just be right one time. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is be right one time. That's all you need on your idea is to be right one time on your idea. You could be having your idea maybe, you know what I'm saying, another Uber or another Lyft or another service or some kind of service that you can render to people and stuff. And you might want to drop off blunts. You might want to drop off, you know what I'm saying? You might want to fix people's cars but pull up like with mechanically. And so, you know what I'm saying, don't negate your ideas, man. All it takes is for you to be right one time, bro. This is a man, I need to drop this on my motivation. Really, man, this is pure motivation, man. And a broad to try to look at you, this is his wife. Trying to tell him, man, remember what was that Job's wife told him to curse God and die. He said, damn, you got boils all over your body, you struggling. You know what I'm saying? You smelling your boils and stuff is putrefied. Why you just keep trying to hold your tongue? Why don't you just curse God and die? Bitches just say shit. That was his wife too. And I know a lot of y'all married. Dion, I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. But sometimes women don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't have the right guidance. Sometimes they finicky and they'll have the creme de la creme, but feel like you, not him. Move around. Move around, y'all. Move around. Just move around. But just like he said, just be right one time. If you could be right one time on one YouTube video and you go viral, You could be right one time on the idea that you had about the computer shit, you know what I'm saying, or some software, and you become a millionaire or billionaires off software type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta have one right time that you correct, and you can hit it big off one thing, y'all. Be encouraged, man. Be encouraged. Ba-da-ba-ba on the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now look, while he was juking at his McDonald's, y'all noticed that he was cleaning it up. He was out there sweeping up. He was out there, you know what I'm saying, coercing the owners and getting the different people and stuff like that, and showing him sweeping up. Where was his wife, man? Where was he at while he was doing all this cleaning and shit? You know what I'm saying, in this late at night? Bitch, you was through what you had to do at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Why you couldn't pull up on me, you know what I'm saying, or call or text, or okay, when no phone that in. Why you couldn't pull up on his McDonald's location? We ain't never seen you pull up and say, hey baby, what is it that you need me to do? You know what I'm saying? Is there anything that I can help you with? Is there anything that I can help you do so that we can grow this thing, so that, you know what I'm saying, we can have it to where you don't have to work as hard, baby, because he was working his ass off out there, man. Then she didn't help. And so that's one thing that I noticed, man. Ladies, you guys are supposed to be helping, you know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be helping your man. You see what I'm saying? So you want to have that idea. Where was his wife at, man? What worked for the business that she putting in? Okay, you take care of home. But shit, you know what I'm saying? The kids asleep about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And even if you got to bring the kids and let them come help at the McDonald's and let their ass come do something, let them come do something. Let them kids come clean up. Let them kids come sweep. If daddy got a business, all y'all need to be working towards magnifying and you know what I'm saying, boosting his business up so that y'all can have a better underlying revenue. Because whatever revenue that Pop is getting for the business is gonna help y'all. That means you get a better car. That means you get a better life, a better house, a better chain, a better ring, a better room. So all that ties in together, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want no broad, man. He was sitting in there and he was excited about that, the grand opening of the new store, and he trying to tell her about it. And he said, man, don't that sound exciting? She was so, oh yeah, I guess, that's I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Here it is, this is earning all the money. That book or whatever it is, the shit that you're doing, I don't, you know what I'm saying, that ain't earning the equivalent of the amount that he's going to be earning for this business, and that will set you and your family up for the trajectory of where, you know what I'm saying, your kids and stuff don't have to work hard for the rest of their life. So I'm like, man, bitch, put the book down and focus on your husband. But y'all get discontent, disenchanted, you know what I'm saying, unconcerned, and then they feel like it's a regular ass thing. You know what I'm saying? You just feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He always gonna be there, or we always gonna be married. He come in every day and he talking about business. He talking about the same shit. After 20, 30 years of hearing, you know what I'm saying, your endeavors and hearing how you want to improve and shit, women do, they get tired. And so, shit, bitch, if you tired, hey, man, let me know. Let me give you this so I can get somebody else who is, you know what I'm saying, further in alignment with my vision, further in alignment with the energy that I need, the reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna get no reciprocity in conversation, give it in energy, give it in excitement, give it in doing, give it in thinking, give it in looking up something for my business and stuff. Okay. I asked my baby mama, I said, man, oh wow, look at this shit. That is amazing, ain't it? Get it, bro. You're like, why y'all put me on camera? Cause I can. I could do that. I paid for this camera. I'm finna watch your ass eat. So I'm still finna give y'all the game, but I'm gonna let y'all watch Buddy peck on Buddy. So listen. Listen, man, you know what I'm saying? All that work I did trying to be better and be happy, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man. You think that, you know what I'm saying? I know he ain't finna swallow this damn thing whole. You picked it. Are you gonna call your guys to help them come pick it apart with you? Okay. Well, let's see how that goes. But anyway, um, and so look, he say this. You know, his wife wanted to go to the club and stuff like that, right? And so he say, look, you know what I'm saying? Get dressed, baby. We about to go to the club. And then when where this is the one point where he did actually she did support him, you know what I'm saying? And she was telling the individuals about the she was telling the individuals about his business, and she said that she should hear him out, you know what I'm saying? That they should hear him out, and they did. But you guys noticed that it was only when the female had told him that that they should hear him out that they start listening, which it just goes to show again, you guys got to have a supportive broad. You want a broad that supports you in your endeavors and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You don't want a broad that's picking apart your endeavors and shit like this, like the seagull doing this fish right now, you know what I'm saying? She said y'all should hear him out. And so women, I want y'all to understand, y'all got power, baby. Y'all got power, you feel me? Women, y'all got power and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's in the context of helping your man. Sometimes it's in the context of, you know, you being a beautiful woman, and other guys I want what you have. But they will still support your wife or your woman if she says something, you know what I'm saying, that's on the positive towards what you got going on. I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. So women, you guys do have power, you know what I'm saying? When y'all in y'all feminine nature, you guys got all power, man. You know, a man is gonna come and bring you the idea anyway and run it past you anyway. So, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you guys will have a certain sense of power and shit, you know what I'm saying? As long as, you know, you remain in your feminine energy. So just remember that. But I can't teach you before I raise, you know what I'm saying, before I raise you. She held his hand and sealed his plan. All right? She held his hand and sealed his plan. So the fact that she did that, I think that is one of the reasons, you know what I'm saying, why she got the house and all the stuff that he let her have. Because he said, just give it to her, man. Just give it to her. You know what I mean? He said, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the attorneys is going to try to reach into the business and stuff, but he wasn't trying to hear that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Founder was not trying to hear anything about giving her any part of the business. And I explained that already. And so, came here trying to apologize into some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Didn't you see it, man? Look, he came to the house trying to apologize, you know what I'm saying, into some pussy, man. And I forgot what line that is, but when you guys watch it again, just notice, you know what I mean, that he was basically in the right, but had to apologize so that she wouldn't feel bad and stuff like that. And I know him being as smart as he was, he recognized that. And so, you know what I'm saying, who want to apologize into some pussy? Why you want to apologize, you know what I'm saying? If I don't think I did nothing wrong, and then I still got to apologize for something that you feel like was done wrong, or you feel like you was slighted or something, man, get out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, set this back up for y'all. Y'all excuse me, but when that lady came by, man, and she was filming, and she was trying to take a picture and stuff like that of the seagull right here eating this fish, which he just picked up out the water, I thought that was kind of dope. So he's still over here feasting, but we're gonna put the camera back on me, you know what I'm saying? So check this out. when they said the club, me personally, I thought about the club, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of our sisters and stuff, they be want to go to the club, you know what I'm saying? And so he told his wife, okay, don't worry, baby, we're gonna go to the club today. And that's when they started having the conversation with all the other business people, and she laid up there and gave him a little bit of support. Funny that she gave him a little bit of support as we doing some shit that she wanted to actually do. You feel me? But I ain't gonna stunt, man. I had watched the movie 2 or 3 times, and then I forgot that he had said the lines along the, you know what I'm saying, we not gonna go to that club no more. We gonna go to some place a little more our speed, you know what I'm saying, where people understand us. But man, he had it all along that he wanted to find people. Man, this is a part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? And those rich people already was rich, so they wasn't trying to adhere to his standards and shit. Remember, they came in the game laughing. So since they came in the game laughing, why would you think that these would be people that would adhere to your instructions and the things that you wanted or things that you don't want to be happening in your business and on your premises? That's some cold game, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all go back and watch this, because that was cold. It really was. And so he ended up going over there to where they was playing bingo and acquiring people that was playing bingo and stuff like that to make them owners of the company, which was, I mean, brilliance, man, brilliant. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. But yeah, they went to the you know what I'm saying, the white folks club. Hey man, if you let, you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying, listen man, a lot of times when you go into the club and stuff like that is a place of business. That is a place where you can pass out your card. That is a place where if y'all need y'all credit clean, shout out to STEM Staff, shout out to Dion Callow, you know what I'm saying, Glow them up, you know, my boy Smitty the you know what I'm saying? Hey man, we got the sauce on that, you know what I mean? And so that's something I'm learning. You know what I mean? I'm gonna actually turn my Mechanical Miracles page into a credit STEM style credit sauce page. You know what I'm saying? Creditsauce.com type. And so, you know what I'm saying? That's something that I'm excited about. But always be growing, always be learning, always be trying to win. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that was that. Let's see what we got on page 9. Man, we almost finished, y'all. 9. And let me see what we got. Oh damn, this is 9 and 10. I got this too. So now I got another page. 7, the Bank of Laugh. I told y'all about the Bank of Laugh. Came to apologize. No, what up, man? You got it, baby. So yeah, we got that part. You know what I'm saying? 7, 8, 9. Hallelujah. We on the last page, y'all. Alright. Part 2, you know what I'm saying? And he's signing a contract on the golf course, you know what I mean, to get these 3 new franchises, and he stopped her in her tracks, doing her hair, going to the club, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, he did, man. He stopped that broad in her tracks, right? And they were about to go to the same club and stuff. And this is when I'm telling y'all that they went to that bingo club. But he stopped her in her tracks. Listen, man, I love the fact that it seemed like to me, she had to get on his program and he didn't give a good damn about anything that she thought, anything that, you know what I mean? Not that he didn't provide respect, but he didn't care. He couldn't care to what she was thinking. He stopped her in the tracks and getting ready and told her like, hey, you know what I'm saying, get ready, we're gonna do such and such a thing. It wasn't what she thought. We wasn't finna go where she wanted to go. She wanted to go to the rich folk club. And that's what your bro gonna want to go to the rich folk club. You might have to stop her and say, hey, no, we finna go volunteer at this nursing home, you know what I'm saying, where all these people are, where all my clients that I need may be. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what business that you have, what business that you trying to promote, that's where you should be at. So let's go. You know what I'm saying? she said, well, what about those people are our friends? He said, we'll find new friends. Shout out to my mentor, Dion, who told me he had like 30 friends from his past, man. He said, how many of them 30 friends, their childhood friends, 10-year friends, 20-year friends, how many do you think that I'm still talking to? Dion said 0. So I don't care about friends. You know what I'm saying? Friends that I had, friends that one of my buddies just called to check on me now. But we was talking about stocks, we was talking about investments, we was talking about, you know what I'm saying, the amount of money that we need to be put up so we could be earning the residual income that would be equivalent to the amounts that we earning now. So that's what he and I were talking about. Shout out to you, Fred. That's my guy. So he went to where he would be able to find some employees and find some people that wanted to get in on his franchise. That was genius. That was brilliant. Yeah, it takes brilliant to do the things that nobody else is doing. And the other people that already got bread, they might not agree with you. You know what I'm saying? And so he went to find himself some employees and some people that wanted to franchise. And that was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, he was, like I said, he tried to tell his wife, you know what I'm saying, how cool it was and stuff. And at least she did come with him to, you know, like the different bingo clubs and stuff like that. But that would have been considered to be a major step down versus the clubs that they were already going to. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you may have to consider step your life down in order to step your life up. Because when you're stepping down, I can't pull guys that's already up. And so I may have to come down here in order to find the people that need the help. And I haven't even started yet. But I'm starting this stuff, but this don't, you know what I'm saying, this don't count because this shit free for right now. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm starting this because I'm helping the individuals, you know what I'm saying, who may not have. You starting from the bottom, now we here. This is a family. I am growing a family. I'm growing community. This is a STEM style family. When y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all see me out in the streets, man, y'all say STEM style, hey man, gamed up. You feel me? Like, come on, man, I'ma understand just where you're coming from. So when I see my mentors, if I ever see my guys and stuff out there, you know what I'm saying, the peeps or guys that I got game from, as long as they ain't trying to slight me, you know what I'm saying? Because I can get game from you, you know what I'm saying? But you try to slight me or something like that, and then I won't have the same admiration for you or respect that I originally had. And so you slighting me can bring, you know what I'm saying, that can be detrimental to you, you know what I mean? Because I may, you know what I'm saying, you don't know where people are going to end up. So we'll just leave that where it is. He took her to bingo with the soldiers, and he was always about his mission. When he took him, listen, man, the soldiers and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, he knew that these guys around the bingo would be old war veterans. Now, the thing about guys that have been to war is they realize that it's nothing more important than life and death. And so if this ain't life and death, it's really not that important. Your credit ain't life and death. So it's not really that, you know what I'm saying, this shit ain't that important. It's the same thing for individuals who live the life of criminality, or, you know what I'm saying, or who put in work on the streets and stuff like that. They understand, like, hey man, you know what I'm saying, this is not life or death. You know what I mean? This credit, or, you know, the business, or whatever it is, this is not gonna end me just because I made a bad decision. Versus, you know what I'm saying, something that, you know, you ride, you know what I mean, in one of them tanks or a car with the choppers, and you going to put in work, and you going to go through, you going to do something, you know what I'm saying, or harm to somebody, you can have harm and shit done to you. So you have to be careful, you know what I'm saying, you got to be with the right mindset. You got to be sober and vigilant. But it's just a lot different than something that, you know what I'm saying, when your life is in danger and shit. Business is a lot different from war. It is. So there are similitudes in business and war, but you ain't throwing, they ain't throwing grenades, they ain't throwing, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got these big ass 223s hitting somebody with a fucking business deal, typically. But you know what I'm saying? It's a shout out to the plumber who didn't wonder, because he signed up a plumber. You know what I'm saying? And guys like that, they've been putting their faces by shit toilets and stuff like that. I think that they'll have a different level of priority than these guys at these white social clubs that they was going to, that already had like a bunch of bread that was already rich. Because as you notice, he came back to that court, was mad as hell. And listen, man, he was trying to keep them guys. There's so much to say about this shit. He tried to keep the guys appeased. He was trying to adhere to what the original owners had desired. But when he was trying to raise the bottom line of the business, and they sitting there, I'm gonna be for real, like, he could have wiped their ass out a long time ago. And I feel like he was being fair as a businessman. She had nice feet. We're about a size 6. She was classy. So you can always tell, the classy ones before they walking up to you. You know what I'm saying? Just like they can tell if you got a good build on you, or if you got a good structure, or you got a good shape, or if you got a belly or something. You know what I'm saying? The women and shit will be able to see that. You know what I'm saying? When you walking up on them. You know what I mean? And so, you know what I'm saying? These are things that you gotta work on, man. You wanna work on, you know what I mean? Not being a fat ass, you know what I'm saying? Not being broke. You know what I'm saying? Not saying fucking know what I'm saying so much. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of you individuals, y'all might be better communicators than the average person. But I dress maybe better than you. You know, so everybody has their things that they got that they do well. Everybody got their things that they need to improve upon in order to be a better person, in order to have longevity in the stuff that you desire to do. So, you know, I shout out to that plumber because he didn't wonder. And now the last part before I get out of here is he was building a family. And what did he come back and say? You know what I'm saying? It was all about family. This is about family. I want y'all to be better so that you can get a family, or a few, if that's what you desire to do. But this is a family, you know what I'm saying? The men that have had problems in the past in relationships, and, you know, with bras not being, they could be, you know what I'm saying, or not going to the point where they could. It's about family. It's about family. And so, we are family. STEM style, you know what I'm saying? If you in my videos and stuff like that, if you get into my mentorships or something like that later, or you buy some of my ebooks, because I got all this stuff like coming. I'm trying to create my stuff, but man, I typically work. I'm working 6 days a week right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to High Park. But you know, I take it out, you know what I'm saying, the Sabbath, which I used to play drums in one of the churches. So Saturday and Sunday I was playing drums at the churches, and Monday through Friday I got a real job. You feel me? And so I'm attempting to make myself independent and stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm used to doing what I'm used to doing, and it's working for me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't complaining. My life is good. Praise the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So I'm very grateful, but I realize my mentors and them earning more money. So I mean, like, obviously I gotta tap in and see how they doing that. You know what I'm saying? How these things are coming apart. But that is my family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kevo, Bandman Clan. You know what I'm saying? Bandman Clan, DTD mentorship, STEM style gang is this. You know what I'm saying? STEM style family, y'all. That is what it's about. Learn, read, study, recite, write, so that you can learn, so that you can grow, so that you can earn. If you have the desire, you can succeed, and that's what it's about. So that was it. You know what I'm saying? If you got the desire, you can succeed. Hallelujah. I'm very grateful. You know what I'm saying? Money still over here chowing down It takes time, y'all. It takes time. Buddy been cracking on this same fish. He been cracking on this same fish for the past 15 minutes. And remember when you saw it at first, it was a whole fish. But now, you know what I'm saying? He done been cracking on it so much that he didn't have no help, y'all. He just bit a little bit, until it became real small, until it became manageable. And so that's what we could do. We could do the same thing, man. You got to get this shit until what you desire becomes manageable. Me, I'm trying to learn this credit sauce, man. I am, bro. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, with the credit sauce is like, man, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying, frustrating at times. I have to go home. I'm studying. You know what I'm saying? One time I felt bad and shit. My bad, Dion. I fell asleep on the damn phone and shit. I be tired. You know what I'm saying? You fucking come in from working and stuff, you be tired, bro. But you still got to put in the work anyway. If you desire a better result, then you got to put in, you know what I'm saying, more work, better work. You got to do the necessary stuff in order to make your life better, man. And so that's what it is, bro. You feel me? Look at the people on the boat, having fun. Blessings, man. You know, that's the life. Come on, man. Now, not only do you want the boat, but shit, I want my own. I want a yacht. I do. I want my yacht. That shit nice. But the yacht for me is better. I could smoke on my yacht. I can make love on my yacht. I could do all kinds of things on my yacht. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. You know, what do you desire? You know what I mean? I be seeing the individuals who teaching credit and stuff, they be staying in the high rises and, you know what I'm saying, like downtown and shit, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, there is a better, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you was doing, I done left my shit, bro. Listen, man, I ain't gonna cap. Like, a lot of times I'll leave my shit sitting and stuff because I know that I will yak on your ass, but you gotta go and get to the yak, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Little things that, you know what I'm saying, ways and stuff that you are and ways that people think it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay to be you. Look, Buddy that walked his whole little, he walked over in the grass. He then walked over in the grass and started eating now. It tripped me out, man. I love nature, y'all. I do. I want me a farm, you know what I'm saying? That's what our mission is: sustainability and conservation through music and art demonstrations. So, hey man, y'all encourage me, you know what I'm saying, as I encourage me. You feel me? But I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get off this river walk so I can go to the crib. It's some more stuff I'm supposed to be doing, more content I gotta shoot. But I enjoyed myself. And this make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. Can y'all see the people over there? Over there. But all right, y'all. Love y'all. STEM style. Clean. Too clean not to be seen. Peace and blessings, man.